Everyone thought she was just another recruit, quiet, reserved, and out of place in a hall full of hardened soldiers. But when she lifted her shirt, the room fell silent. The scars along her ribs told a story that no medal ever could. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The air inside Fort Raleigh's briefing room was thick with pride and arrogance. The old brass stood near the front, their metals clinking with every movement. Among them was General Carter, a man whose authority could silence even the loudest of soldiers, and across from him stood Sergeant Lena Ward. Her uniform was plain, her sleeves rolled tight, her face unreadable. She was there for a commendation, at least. That's what the notice said. But the moment she stepped in, whispers started. Someone laughed softly. Someone else muttered, "She's the one who froze during the ambush." The general's tone cut through the chatter. "Sergeant Ward," he began. His voice clipped. "Tell me, why should we honor a soldier who couldn't even finish her mission?" Her hands trembled slightly at her sides. The room tilted with shame and disbelief. She had survived, yes, but not without cost. The memory of that burning night in Fallujah still haunted her. The explosion, the screams, the shrapnel tearing through her side. She'd saved 2 men, dragged them through fire, but one hadn't made it. That failure had followed her ever since. Lena swallowed hard. "Sir," she said quietly, "because not all wounds are visible." The laughter grew. "Then show us," a captain sneered from the back. "Show us those invisible wounds." For a moment no one breathed. The fluorescent light hummed overhead. Dust drifted in the still air like ghosts. And then, without a word, Lena reached for the hem of her uniform shirt. Her fingers hesitated, just for a second, before she lifted it halfway up. Gasps filled the room. Long, jagged scars stretched from beneath her ribs to her back, uneven, pale and brutal. Each one told the story of shrapnel, surgery, survival. They weren't just marks, they were a map of pain and endurance. General Carter froze, his eyes locked on the scar nearest her heart, a deep indentation shaped like a half moon. His hand trembled slightly as he reached for the table for support. "That mark," he whispered. "I've seen it before." The room went silent again. Lena blinked, unsure what he meant. Carter's voice softened, trembling now. 10 years ago, there was an ambush near the Al-Safir checkpoint. My convoy was hit. Someone pulled us out under fire, dragged my driver, shielded me from a blast. I never saw her face, but I remember that same scar. Lena's throat tightened. "That was you," she whispered. The general's eyes glistened. "You were the one who saved me," he said. "They told me the rescuer died in the explosion." "She almost did," Lena said quietly, lowering her shirt. "I woke up 3 weeks later, with half my ribs gone, and a name no one remembered. No one moved. The same men who'd mocked her now stared at her with open shame. One by one, they straightened their posture, as if standing before something sacred. General Carter stepped forward slowly. The sternness in his face melted into something human, something rare. "Sergeant Ward," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "you didn't fail your mission. You completed mine." He saluted her, the highest officer in the room, bowing to the lowest rank, and then, to everyone's shock, he pinned his own silver star on her chest. The crowd erupted, not in noise, but in awe. In that silence, respect returned like a tide. Because courage isn't always loud. Sometimes it hides beneath scars the world never cared to see. And those scars, they're not a sign of weakness. They're proof that we survived when no one thought we would. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and tell me in the comments, do you believe true courage needs recognition, or is survival itself the greatest honor?